right, we are on the 72 Nova today. Just ran the wires for the rear speakers. Wiring's done back here, gonna be looming this soon. And then here it is in here. Got it all zip tied in. And then running up under the car. Kind of hard to see because it's dark, but it's there, I promise. And then onto the front end. So everything's ran up here already. So basically gonna go through and zip tie it up real nice and get it prepped and ready for the loom, which is all in here. So probably hit you guys with a little time lapse here of doing some zip tying and cleaning up of the wires, and we'll see what it looks like when we're done. Well, it looks like my time lapse decided not to work, so show you where we've gotten so far. Got this front section all zip tied clean, so we'll get some clips and it'll actually tuck up under the radiator support here. Dang it. Kind of like this. And actually I'm ready for the loom right now. That's what I'm about to start doing. And got this section here all tied together, this all tied together, as well as this side over here all tied together and ready for loom. And then he's about to clean all this stuff up and finish this, as well as some of this over here. And then this car should be done and we'll be about ready to start putting interior back in it. So we'll take you along. I might be able to get another time lapse of looming, but I'm not sure, probably not, since this thing's decided not to work. So, all right, got a portion of the looming done. Here's this section through here. Got that all done, all the way up from there over to the MSD box and all the way up to the battery. And then right now, as you can see, working on this thick stuff. So getting it started from this side of the harness, and then gonna get all that stuff done. And then that should take care of the looming for the front, minus the section he's got to finish up here in the corner. And then probably take a little bit of this leftover stuff there and come back here in the back and loom this section you see from right here. Loom it up into there, and then we'll tie and tuck this stuff up under here. So it should be really clean when it's done.
Oh, that Kathy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. They bought a house just right around the corner. Yeah. That's a good job over there. Yeah. Now they look yeah, Jerry. I should see it something. I think we're going to get together and try to. Have you guys done anything? Nothing. Well, that sucks, doesn't it? I've been playing at church. That's it. That's the only place I've been playing. Yeah. We started finally.
All right, we're tying up the last bit of the wiring on the 72 Nova. Got the trunk all finished up. Got the wires loomed up there. Got it loomed back here in the corner, and then loomed and tied up underneath here with some P-clamps. And then got the sound deadening laid in the flooring. And the engine bay tied up. All the looms done, and wires ran up front. And then once again, minus this last corner, just has to be the last part finished. And then tucked up underneath the radiator support. And then that's really just about it. He's tying up the dash on the inside, finishing the last parts in there. And then got to throw the cluster back in, which is right over here, as well as the center console. And he also went with some LED lights for the running lights and things like that, but should be able to toss that stuff back in, and we'll be able to get the interior in it tomorrow and give it a good wash and detail, and it's out the door. So finishing up the interior right now. And of course, we don't really have anyone to film, so we've kind of just like done a bunch of work and not filmed us doing the work. But dash is all back in it. He's finishing up the passenger side kick panel. We just got the carpet in it, got the back seat in it, Got the seat belts in it, the sill plates, this back panel that we had to take off, and I think the engine bay is done as well. Got all that stuff back in and tidied up. Everything else is done in it. Turned out really good. Got these front covers back on. So it's looking pretty good. This thing should be rolling out of here this afternoon. We'll do a nice wash and detail on it, which Graydon will be doing, and we'll probably film it after that once it's all cleaned up and everything. And then we are back on this Yinko Nova. Hopefully we get the shocks in at some point today, but we got to get this car out of the way. So we got to All right, guys, got the Nova finished up. Got all the interior back in it. So we're good to go there. Got the engine bay all finished up. So we'll be swapping some cars around and get this thing out. And we got the Model A down on a cart so we can make it mobile. So we'll see how that goes. All right, guys. Got the Silver Nova finished up and it's gone and back to the owner so he can go enjoy some car shows in the nice weather. We got this thing squared away now. Got some new shocks back underneath it. And we just gotta dust it off from sitting in here. But it's back and ready to go. So this one will leave, I think, Monday. So he'll probably come pick it up Monday morning. And then we got the Model A shuffled back onto the lift so we can get the rear end back under it and get it back on the road. And hopefully it'll be leaving here within the next couple weeks as well. And then that'll put a lot of our focus back on the major restoration builds such as the Corvette, which you saw some stuff on last video, and back on the truck and the Opel GT as well. And then probably be a while before we see it, but we got like fuel injection on a 69 Corvette, I think. And then body and paint on a 69 Camaro and a couple other things. So that'll be quite a ways in the future, but just some neat stuff to look out for. So, all right, we're on the 69 Firebird convertible. I'm doing a little front end rebuild on this thing. And Larry's been doing everything. He got the springs out, helped him get the new ball joints pressed in on both sides, and can't find shock clips anymore for the front shocks. So had an idea of taking these body clips and actually cutting them and using the back sides, and we tacked them in place. So now you don't have to try to run a bolt through the spring and through the shock, and now you can just take your bolt right from the bottom like factory and not have to worry about trying to get the right clips, which is a pain nowadays getting these clips for these old cars because not a lot of shops or part stores have those in, and we can't have a car just tying up a bay for 2 days waiting on a part. So yeah, we'll get these springs. Actually, I think he's working on getting the new spring compressed right now. And we'll get that slid up in there, get the new shocks tossed on, and I think we got to do upper ball joints as well. So we'll see how it goes. Yep, so upper control arm bushing is shot. All right, we're back on the Opel GT. Got it, a rotisserie out, and we're gonna be making some pieces to get this thing flipped around. So we'll see how it goes. We got some ideas. We're gonna drop this down a little bit to where it comes underneath and build a structure that runs along here and bolts up. And then same with this rear. We're gonna make a piece that comes out here and probably bolts up to these subframe mounts and then run across. So we'll see how it works. So we'll probably film this along the way, or this might be the very end of one video and then pick up the next with finishing it. I don't know, we'll see. All right, we got the rotisserie all set up where we want it and got the opal up on the lift. So we got this thing spaced out enough to where he can get in and blast everything. Kind of using this body as mock-up, which I think I mentioned it before. So I got this thing all tightened down. We'll be getting some steel tomorrow because they were out of the stuff that we need. So I'll probably end this video off here and start filming tomorrow when we start making all the brackets to get this thing up on the rotisserie and put that in the next video. So yeah, that'll be it. That'll probably be the end of this one. So give us a like and subscribe and share it if you would.